Hi, Lorna.
Hey.
How's everyone doing? All right, we're just going live on all of our platforms because we all know Miss Lorna brings quite the crowd with her. Where's everyone to join us from? Good morning. Good morning from Sudbury. Hello, Gilles. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks so much for joining us. Saskatchewan, Alana. I love Saskatchewan. Nova Scotia, one of my favorites. Hello, hello, hello. All right. So we're live, Miss Lorna. We are live on Zoom, of course. We are live on Facebook, which is over here. We're live on LinkedIn and
Wow.
YouTube just for you because our spoiled agents love, I'm going to say a travel icon, Lorna Richards. Everyone knows Lorna. Everyone does. Even if you saw her yesterday, you still love her because you know what? She has so many things to offer, so many new innovations with sandals and beaches. And hello, Nick. Hi, our friend in Ottawa. So, Laura, we're so happy to be partners with you guys. We love working with all of you across the board, all of your reps, Danae behind the scenes, Richard, everyone, you name it, right? So,
Yeah.
CJ, Maureen, the whole gang. I'm just
Mhm.
mentioning, but we love you all and we want to thank you all for your support. I know that you have our spoiled agents here today, and you're going to give some great updates on
Mhm.
utilizing your fabulous tools, which I think
Mhm.
are super important, right?
Yes.
Amazing. All right. Oh, Carolyn just said Lorna is the best.
Oh.
You said it. We all agree. We all agree. All right. And I know you have a busy week. You've been out and
Mhm.
about in the town with all of our travel agents all over. So we appreciate your time today, Lorna. And just a quick little housekeeping, everyone. If you have any questions for Lorna, please add them only to the Q&A box. So we're not going to keep them in the chat. And we all know the chat, it moves up. And you might have some really great questions for Lorna. We don't want to miss them, right? So we're just going to keep the chat for the chitter chatter, if you will. And the chat box, the Q&A is just for the questions. And we're going to take them at the end. So please make sure if you have any questions for Lorna, just make sure you identify what that question's about. I'm just going to talk to our friends over here on Facebook. Hi, guys. We got quite a few already on. Please, if you're only joining us on Facebook, not for Zoom, please add your email in the comments so we know that you're here today. Zoom, we have you covered because you already registered, so not to worry. All right, Miss Lorna, I'm going to pass over to you and thanks again. We look forward to this.
Thank you so much, Susan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is always a pleasure working with you, Susan, and all the ladies at Sport Agent. So, welcome, 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 everyone, my fabulous travel advisors. Welcome, welcome to the world of sandals. And certainly today we're going to talk about the world of beaches. Thank you so much for joining us. I know that there are so many more things that you could be out there doing this wonderful Friday afternoon, but the fact that you've taken half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour to sit with us. We truly appreciate it, and we certainly don't take you for granted. Now, I know that you all know about the Sandals product. You're all aware of what Sandals is and all of that. And today, we're not even going to talk about Sandals, although you know Sandals is a parent company for beaches. But today, it's all about the magnificent product known as Beaches Resorts. So, as you're aware, in 1981, we started a resort chain called Sandals. In 1997, our chairman, our late founding chairman, Gordon But Stewart, opened the first beaches resort on the island of Jamaica, Beaches Negril. I was fortunate enough to be one of the first employees at this Beaches Negril. So I have this fantastic bond with Beaches Negril, right? So the first beaches resort was Beaches Negril. But before I go into the actual resorts, we're going to talk a little bit about the concept of beaches. So you are all aware that Sandals is for two persons, so all inclusive for two persons. So beaches is the same quality of sandals. The difference is that whereas Sandals is for two persons, beaches is for everyone. So it is called Generation Everyone. So beaches caters to couples, singles, families vacationing with children of all ages. As a result of that, you will find that beaches has everything for everyone. Configuration of rooms. It's not just king bedded rooms. It's beds with, you have rooms with two beds. You have rooms with trundle beds. You have bunk beds. You have sofa beds. You can get a crib. all of these things because we cater to everyone. You will find that, of course, included in every beaches package is going to be your fabulous room, the drinks, the dining options. You're going to find, of course, water sports, land sports, but also you are going to find that we have things like the kids camp program. We have Pirates Island Water Park. We have all of these fantastic things because beaches caters to everyone. So what I'm doing today is that instead of putting together slides for a regular presentation, I am guiding you through a tool that is available for you all. You are all aware that we have an amazing updated beaches website. We have an updated sandals website, but we also have an updated beaches website. I want you to make sure that you understand what the tools that we have and you're utilizing it, because I am telling you that there are so many things that are on this website that can help you to understand the concept of beaches and, of course, help to grow your beaches business. So welcome, welcome, welcome to the world of beaches, and welcome to our fantastic beaches website. So as you can see, I am actually on the homepage, the beaches homepage. And of course, we're advertising about the Caribbean sales and all of that. But what it does too, when you go on the homepage, it tells you a little bit about what beaches is. So beaches is actually bringing everyone closer together. By the way, you do know that we have a brand new tagline that says made of Caribbean, meaning we're emphasizing the fact that we're all about the Caribbean. But anyway, so bringing everyone closer together, play on pristine white sand beaches, caressed by crystal clear seas. From the safety of beaches, all-inclusive resorts, you can enjoy the comfort of spacious rooms, suites, have fun at the water park, take part in a whole array of exciting activities for kids of every age. Remember, it's all part of your all-inclusive family vacation package, and truly beaches family resorts in Jamaica and Turks and Caicos promise unforgettable family fun beneath the sun. So we right now, the beaches concept, we have two beaches resorts. We have Beaches Negril, the original beaches, and we have Beaches Turks and Caicos. I know many of you remembered that we had a third beaches resort, and that was Beaches Ocho Rios. Beaches Ocho Rios, I want you to understand that as a chain, we own all our resorts. The only resort that we did not own was Beaches Ocho Rios. As a result of that, our chairman tried to get Beaches, the owners, to, do all of the fantastic updates that we're doing to all our resorts. It didn't happen. So we had to part company with Beaches Ocho Rios. So right now we have two beaches resort, but not to worry, because we are going to talk at the end. I'm going to tell you about the amazing plans that we have coming up the pipeline for beaches liner resorts, and I'm going to tell you, you guys are going to be so excited because there's so much happening as it relates to beaches. So again, just want you to know that right now we have two beaches resorts, and as I mentioned, Beaches Negril and Beaches Turks and Caicos. So let's look at what this homepage has. Now on the homepage, the beaches homepage, one of the things you're going to see is where it says vacations for everyone. If you are to click onto that, it says I want to bring my, and say you want to bring kids. If you click onto kids, it opens up all that we do for kids. If you click onto teenagers, it opens up all the things that are for teenagers, baby, toddlers, all of that. So this is a tool that you should utilize. So when you're selling the beaches product line, there's a family, the family has toddlers, the family has teenagers, whatever. When you click onto this, you will realize that it shows you, it guides you in the direction of exactly what is offered for that specific age group. So that's something that you should all, I want you to all, when when we come off here, I want you to focus on that, go into it and get a better understanding. So every beach's vacation includes just about anything you could imagine. Remember, whether it's land sport, whether it's water sports, you name it, anytime gourmet dining, up to 20 specialty restaurants, and some resorts are going to have much more than that soon. We'll talk about it, and amenities for all ages. So every single beach's resort includes specialty restaurants. You have PADI certified scuba diving. You have snorkeling trips. You have water sports, land sports, kids programs, Pirates Island Water Park, certified nannies. Remember that we are an advanced autism group of companies, of resorts. All tips, taxes, and gratuities are included premium brand liquor, but in addition to cocktails, we have mocktails for the youngsters, premium wines, round trip airport transfers, and free Wi-Fi. So every single one of the beaches resort has that. Through our beaches resort, you can discover the authentic Caribbean, authentic vacation experiences, all about exploring the Caribbean, the best dive sites, etc. You continue to scroll down. We give you, of course, this is a shot at Beaches Negril. We'll look at that later on, your own little paradise. So we are the Caribbean. One of the things I want, and I always point out on any session that I do, that at Sandals and certainly at beaches, we're not just about hotels. We're not just about taking, we're about giving back. So you're going to find out that through the Sandals Foundation, we are empowering people. So we work through the foundation, which is our philanthropic arm. So what we do is that we give back to the community, whether it's through education, sustainability, you name it, we do that. Then of course we have a great corporate response, social responsibility, which we take very seriously. And of course we have a club called Future Goals, where we help our young people. They want to realize their dreams, whether they want to become footballers, whatever it is, we do a lot for them. Beaches has won many awards, so many awards that we're so proud of them. It is one of the, when I talk about a great chain of resorts, that's Beaches. At Beaches Resort, and I know a lot of times people will say things like, oh, beaches is so expensive. Remember that we always have specials going on. So you have to stay on top of that, because we have all of these specials which continue to go on. So let's look at what the inclusions are. So let's go back up and we're going to look at the inclusions that you will find at every single Beaches resort. And then we're going to go into the individual resorts. So let's look at the inclusions that you're going to find everywhere. So we click onto inclusions. And of course, you see all of the inclusions there. It tells you about accommodations, butler service, concierge service. At Sandals, it's called club. At Beaches, it's called concierge. And you have dining, premium liquor, premium wine, scuba diving, all of that. So all of that you will certainly find there. But in addition to that, I'm going to take it up some more. I'm going to scroll up a little further and I'm going to click on to view all inclusions. So let's see what's happened. So it says here that what's included Beaches, you're going to find that you have dining options up to 18 restaurants. But as I said, it's going to be more. So every single Beaches resort offers you a wide cross section of everything you can eat and drink. All the restaurants, all the meals included, the premium liquor, the up to 14 bars, stock bars in every room. What I want to point out to you about Beaches is this. Whereas Sandals, all the rooms are stocked with liquor. Now remember, all the rooms are stocked at Sandals Resort with beaches, pop, water, and of course you'll have beer, you'll have red wine and white wine. For those who are in the club level and above, you will get hard liquor. At a Beaches Resort, yes, that is included in the package. But please bear in mind that upon arrival at the resort, everything is not stocked in the rooms, right? Because remember, we cater to families, children, all of that. So upon arrival at the resort, when you're checking in, you always get an inventory sheet. And on that, you tick off what you want placed in the room. So you'll always have juices, pop, and water in the room. But some people might say, double up on the juices, double up on the pop, double up on the water. But people will say, yes, I need alcohol. Put in the red wine, put in the white wine, all of that. But we have to make sure that you sign off on it, because again, we cannot accept liability if a room has a fully stocked bar and the kids go wild, okay? Because remember, when they're in the room, they're the parents' responsibility. So we have to make sure. So that's one thing that you have to remember. So again, up to 14 bars, stocked bars in every room, and of course, premium house wines. But let's quickly look at the dining experience. So you click onto that, and it opens up a world of all of the dining experiences across the Beaches resorts. So you're going to look as many as 21 unique cuisines with distinct culinary experiences from all over. So you're going to find at our Beaches resort, Beaches Negril, Beaches Turks and Caicos, you're going to find places like Barefoot by the Sea, right? You know what? We're on the beach. So it's all about the beach in the Caribbean. So we want to make sure that there are restaurants that people enjoy the beach when they're dining. So you're going to find at all our Beaches resorts where you can dine around the world without leaving the resort. You have steakhouses, you have Italian restaurants, international restaurant, Japanese teppanyaki, Southwestern seafood, Caribbean grilled specialties, classic French patisseries, pizza shops, British Bob Fair, sushi, cafe, and I can go on and on. And it's lunchtime, so the more we talk about dining, is the more you're gonna get hungry. But there is just so much to do. At Beaches, Turks and Caicos, you're looking at 18 restaurants, but they have food trucks too, and there are more restaurants to come. You're looking at 14 bars, 10 pools, 9 water slides. At Beaches Negril, 13 restaurants, 5 bars. So again, there's just, you cannot go wrong as it relates to eating and drinking and having a fantastic time. And remember, I mentioned to you that yes, we have a lot of hard liquor. We have a lot of the top shelf liquor. But remember that our bartenders are very creative and they create mocktails so that the kids can enjoy and feel like they're a big part of everything that's going on. Remember also that we have culinary concierge services at all our beaches resorts. Bear in mind that there are people with certain dietary needs, and we want to make sure that clients who have special dietary needs, whether you're a pescatarian, whether you're a vegetarian, whether you have, for example, like you suffer from celiac disease, whatever it is, we want to make sure. We want to ensure that every single guest gets the dietary requirements that they need. So we have our culinary concierge service. When your clients get to the resort, they go to culinary concierge, they tell them what their special dietary needs are, and of course, their needs are met. One of the things you'll realize is that you enter the restaurant at a beaches resort, the first thing that you're going to be asked when you're seated by your host is, do you have any dietary restrictions? You will then say to them, yes, we went to culinary concierge, my name is so and so. All of that information is already there for you. It is a big deal. So we want to make sure you understand that. In addition to that, culinary concierge, you can view all the menus, you can make dinner reservations and all of that. Bear in mind, however, that you as a travel advisor, you can, of course, go through and request certain things beforehand. Always remember that that can be done, because I know a lot of you want to be prepared. So you always make sure that if you have specific things, for example, maybe you will have clients who want they want to make sure that they're, say you have Jewish clients and you want to make sure that they get kosher food. That can be done at both beaches. But remember that you have to give us way in advance. You've got to tell us, because, for example, Jamaica might have enough people to bless the food, but in Turks and Caicos, you might have one Jewish person. So again, you have to make sure that we hear in advance. Some people want halal food. I can tell you that that's a very simple thing to do. Just let us know that this is what you want and we prepare. I just came back I had 2 FAMs back to back. We actually had a convention and a summit, and I'll tell you that there were so many people in the group who had certain dietary restrictions, whether they wanted halal, whatever, and their needs were met. So it's important, and especially when you have kids, some kids about milk, and one of the things I want to point out to you is that we don't use things like peanut oils, because we know that there are a lot of kids who are allergic to certain things like that. So we are very careful. And I also want to point out to you that in our kitchens, we separate everything. So you are not going to find that, oh, yes, they say that they offer culinary concierge and they're very strict on dietary restrictions. However, they have the meats next to each other and they can't. No, we use separate areas. We don't use the same knives, because again, somebody might be allergic to pineapple. We can't use the same knives that we use to slice the pineapple to slice the melon. So we are very aware of all of that. So I just wanted to put you at ease as it relates to that. At our 2 beaches resorts, if you're booked in certain room categories, there is 24-hour in-room dining, and that certain butler categories there. For those who want to do things like private dining, those are optional. But I want you to understand that dining is a big deal. People are foodies, and at beaches, we certainly cover all of that. So that is important for your clients, and it is certainly important for us, because we know how important food is. So make sure that when you're speaking to your clients, there are some clients that you will have who will say to you, I have to go to a resort that has over 12 restaurants. Which of our beaches would you send them? If that is what they want when you're qualifying them, and they want over 12 restaurants, you're going to send them where? It's going to be Turks and Caicos. right? So you have to listen because I am telling you that it's extremely, extremely important to make sure that you understand what your clients are looking for. So we spoke about, of course, you're going to find that they have a lot of different options as it relates to restaurants. But let's do a little bit more. Let's research a little bit. And by the way, if you notice on the screen, you see a little ribbon running that says the best all-inclusive value in the Caribbean for total peace of mind. And it tells you to learn more. I'm not going to click on that now. I'm going to leave you to click on it because I'm telling you there is so much more for you to learn, and we have a very special weather guarantee, which I will mention later on. So again, we've got to make sure that you understand. So let's go back into inclusions. So we're going to view all the inclusions again, and I'm taking you through it very simply so that you understand exactly the different areas that you can go in. So we were looking at dining, so all that you can eat and drink. But in addition to that, you do know that we offer lots of entertainment, unlimited play, fun for everyone. So we have water parks at all our beaches, resorts. We have, of course, scuba and water sports. We have land sports. We have entertainment daytime and nighttime. We have kids and teens camp. We of course have a partnership with Sesame Street. So for our little ones, you have the Sesame Street characters, you have the Sesame Street parades and all of that. So again, that is something worth you can click onto each area, and we don't have the time for me to click onto absolutely everything, but I'll certainly do it when I get into the resorts. So you'll see that all of that, if you click onto entertainment, it opens up the world of entertainment at beaches. If you go into kids and teens camp, it opens up the various age groups and what's offered and all of that. Land sports, if you're into pickleball, it tells you, for example, Beaches Negril has one hybrid pickleball. So all of the things that you need to find out for your clients before they get to the resort and to help you to better understand, it's all there. At our beaches resort, sleep is, you know what? Some of the best sleep you're ever going to have will be at beaches because remember, our beds are second to none. We pride ourselves on the kind of mattresses that we have on our bed, the kind of pillows. I want you to also remember that if you have special requests, and listen now, it's not going to be every little special because we won't have everything. But there's some people might say, I need some extra cushion on my mattress. You can ask for it. They'll tell you what they have and they can provide that for you. Some people will say the pillows that you have, I can't use that. I'm allergic. I need down. I need this. I need that. Just put that request in and we will have it for you. I want you to understand we cater to everyone. So we want to make sure that we have the best for everyone. At our beaches resort, you have a wide cross section of sleeping options. Remember, I told you just a variety. We offer the tranquility sleep experience, which I just spoke about with the blissful beds. We have our fabulous spa style bathrooms. I don't know how many of you know. And as ladies, I know, for example, that when I go into a room, the first thing I head into is the bathroom to see what it looks like because it has to be fabulous, right? So again, if that is what your clients want, of course, they have fabulous spa style bathrooms. Remember that we've been doing a lot of renovations at our beaches resorts. So you're going to find that our resorts are looking clean, sleek, modern, and we'll show you that shortly. There's a personalized attention. Our professional and caring resort staff is committed to exceptional service, and we have the highest staff to guest ratio. Remember, in our kids camp is 3-to-1. So the toddlers, let me tell you something. When you talk about, we are specific about child care. Right? We're specific about the different age groups and what we offer them because we know how important that is to everyone. We say to you, so we have our beautiful rooms and suites and all of that. Then we say there's no worries because, for example, remember that for those who want, we have the butler service. But at beaches, we also have concierge service. And remember all the fabulous trip that we include, the round trip airport transfers, Wi-Fi in every area, all of that. So you remember also, if you scroll further down on the page, you will also see the beaches add-ons because there's so many add-ons that are not included in the package. Now remember, at beaches, when you book the package, you have paid for it. There is no extra cost except, for example, if you have babies, you take them to the kids camp at 11 o'clock, you want a babysitter, that comes at an additional cost. I'm sorry. But bear in mind, though, that our kids camp is free for all ages. All of these things are free, but of course, if you want individualized service, then that's going to take, say you want a private nanny throughout, the client wants a private nanny throughout their stay, we can provide that, but that's at an additional cost. Say, for example, you do know that we're an advanced autism center, right? Here is the thing. We do have every single member of our team, they are trained, they're all trained in, as a matter of fact, we are also trained. I just had to update, I just had to retrain recently. So we're all trained in the care of families of kids with autism. But those on resorts, they have the advanced care. Bear in mind that if you want a beach's body, that simply means one on one. Then that comes obviously at an additional cost. But again, we have excuse me, because all our people are trained, the usual 3-to-1 ratio and stuff is there. But if you want individualized care, then you also, that's going to come at an additional cost. All of that information you will definitely find here. So we've spoken about all the different areas and all of that that's there. Bear in mind also, very important, that you understand all the varieties of things that you have at our beaches. So because of that, I'm going to go into the resorts themselves because this is what is important. So we're going to talk about Beaches Negril because this is where it started for us. Beaches Negril, located in Jamaica on Negril's 7-mile white sand beach. Now, Beaches Negril sits on the widest section of Negril's 7-mile white sand beach. So one of the things when you're looking at selling beaches to your clients, please remember that if it's a beach lover who wants to sit on a wide expanse of beach, then Beaches Negril is ideal for them. Beaches Negril was built opened in 1997. And what you have to understand, it has a very tropical feel. So in addition to having a fantastic, sitting on the widest section of Negril's 7-mile white sand beach, you have lots of flowers, lots of plants, lots of trees. So really a very tropical paradise. Bear in mind also that at Beaches Negril, it is a true Jamaican all-inclusive, but because again, you all know Negril. Negril is all about that fantastic 7-mile beach, and it gives you that very rustic feel in Negril. What's included at Beaches Negril? Everything you can eat and drink. Unlimited fine dining at 13 restaurants. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, anytime snacks. Unlimited premium liquor. 5 bars, including swim-up bar. Stocked bar in every room. Unlimited Robert Mondavi Twin Oaks wine. I should mention Blue Mountain Coffee for our coffee lovers. Remember that every single resort that we have a partnership with what? Blue Mountain Coffee. Blue Mountain Coffee is of the highest pedigree. So for the parents, for the adults, this they'll absolutely love. Remember again, lots of options for the little ones. Then play. At Beaches Negril, you're gonna find scuba for certified divers. You're gonna find water skiing, hobby cats, paddleboards, kayaks, snorkeling, and the equipment. You're gonna find professional instruction for water sports, whether it's for the youngsters, for the adults, you have, of course, instructions. We have tennis, we have pickleball, and we have other land sports. State-of-the-art fitness centers, day and night entertainment and live shows, lots of beach parties, lots of activities going on at Beaches Negril on the beach because, again, the beach is fantastic. And we have, of course, different activities at different times and all of that. Bear in mind also that we have day and night entertainment. We have, of course, Pirates Island Water Park. The Pirates Island Water Park, listen, it is a kid's delight, and some adults too. Remember, the water park has different slides, the dunk bucket. I mean, if you're a kid or a kid at heart, you will feel as if you have died and gone to proverbial heaven. So this is a big plus here at Beaches Negril. And of course, we have our Sesame Street characters. And remember, the Sesame Street characters come out at different times. And you'll find that they have the Sesame Street Parade. They'll have Cooking with Cookie Monster. It is just, everything that you could think of. We have where you have Elmo who tucks the kids in and reads to them at bedtime. So you have all of these things available. And of course, we have the 3 pools and the 3 word pools. Remember again, all the kids camp come with certified nannies. The nannies are INA certified. The International Nanny Association has certified all of them. We're the Caribbean's first first certified autism center. Remember that all tips and gratuities are included, round trip airport transfers, and Wi-Fi in every single room. So let's break it down. So we're seeing all of that, but we want to look at the rooms at this gorgeous resort. So let's click onto rooms and let's look at the rooms. So you'll realize that there are 29 categories at this resort. So you have lots of options. Bear in mind again, I know sometimes our new room category names are a little bit, annoying, but look at this. This is a lead-in tropical concierge double. What does that tell you, right? Tropical meaning it's of course in a tropical setting, concierge service, and of course double means that there are two beds in the room. So all of this is explained. Tropical concierge king, what does that tell you? There is one, it's of course one bed, one large king bed, but bear in mind that at every beaches resort, even if there's one bed in the room or two bed, it always comes with what? Some kind of pull-out sofa, right? So the minimum that you'll get in any room at a beaches resort most times is 3 persons. You can accommodate 3 persons. 2 persons can be in the room, but it can't. So again, Grand Lux Deluxe. So I'm sorry, Grand Lux Double. Then you have Grand Lux King, and we could go on and on. Then you have Tropical Ocean View. So all of these various areas. And we started at the lead, and we're going right up to the highest. We're going down to get to the highest category. Negri Luxury Double. Let's scroll. Then, of course, you have the Tropical Ocean View Concierge King. Then you notice it talks about Tropical Ocean View Walkout Concierge. What does that tell you? Ocean View Walkout. So you can walk out directly from your room. So when you look at the name of the room category, it is breaking it down for you. Want you to also understand that we've been doing a lot of upgrading to these rooms and suites. So yes, we have maintained that tropical feel, but you're looking at what we have done. We have pulled out the carpet out of the rooms. It's all, of course, we have tiles in the room, beautifully done, beautifully set up, and what is in all of the rooms. I'm going to take you down. Here are all the room categories. You click onto it and read more. It breaks down what the room categories have to offer. But I want to take you down. Let me take you down. Yes, I'm singing too. So I'm going to take you down. So we have the Tropical Ocean View 2-bedroom walkout grand room. Then we have the Grand Butler here. And of course, we have it's 29 categories, and I'm taking you down. And this is where I wanted to take you. So you do know that in addition to the original resort, we built 2 brand new villa areas. These brand new areas, there's the Eventide and the Fire Sky areas. Each of these areas built from the ground up and opened up last year. Each of them come with what? 6 villas. So we're here at the Eventide penthouse, 3-bedroom balcony butler, and look at it. When you talk about clean, when you talk about sleek, when you talk about modern, this is what you're talking about. In the Eventide category, you have suites. The suites go up to about 3,600 square feet. Can you imagine? In the Eventide category, we can accommodate up to 18 persons in some of the rooms here. So when you look at it, look at this expansive. This is the Eventide penthouse, 3-bedroom balcony butler. All of these come with butler service, exquisite, large kitchen, large living room area. The bedrooms are to die for. So if you look at it, and I'm just going to read more. So this one, for example, is situated on the 2nd floor, and it's a modern 3-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom penthouse, embodies a sophisticated side of the Caribbean. Of course, it's designed with contemporary furnishings, spacious balcony overlooking the sea, and it's luxury made for families. The master bedroom has a king-size bed, seating area with a queen sleeper. What did I tell you? Every room, whether it's a brand new set, has accommodation to sleep more than 2 persons, right? Sofa, full bathroom, and a walk-in shower. The 2nd bedroom has 2 queen beds and a full bathroom with walk-in shower. The 3rd bedroom has a twin trundle bunk bed and a full bathroom with shower tub combination. The living room has a queen sleeper, pull-out sofa with half a bathroom. My goodness. It's bigger than some of our homes here. So again, that's a category. It's one of our highest categories here. And then we move down. Then you have the Eventide penthouse 3-bedroom walkout butler. So you have the ones on the top, but you also have the ones on the ground where you can walk out to the beach, right? So if it's a walkout that your clients are looking for, there you go. Then you have, of course, the Eventide penthouse 4-bedroom butler walkout. So you have a series in this Eventide, you have 3 and 4 bedrooms. So there you have it. So you just have a variety. So we're showing you all of the Eventide. And remember, built from the ground up, exquisite. Look at the patio area. So in addition to this fabulous interior, look at the patio area, right? Eventide penthouse, 4-bedroom balcony and roof terrace butler category. Oh my goodness, all that you could ever imagine. And here's the other. This is a 4-bedroom too in the Eventide. So I just want you to go in and make sure that you understand. Now, on the other side of across from it, on the other side of the resort, you're going to notice that we have also built another set of 6 villas. So this is in an area known as the Fire Sky Reserve Villa. Now you have, of course, the 4-bedroom butler. Listen, let me tell you something. When I tell you exquisite, if you look at this Fire Sky Reserve Villa, 4-bedroom butlers, it's bathed in sunlight. Of course, you have the simple access to a private pool. You have the first bedroom on the ground floor has a split king bed with full bathroom and walk-in shower. On the second floor is a master bedroom with a king bed, private bathroom, walk-in shower, separate soaking tub. The 3-bedroom has a queen bunk bed, a full bathroom. Listen, bathrooms everywhere. You can't fall. You know, sometimes you have clients who will go on a family vacation and they all have to wait on a bathroom. No, this is not how we do it here at Beaches Negril. So I want you to understand. So this is the other one, the other new set that we built, Fire Sky. Then, of course, I mean, when I tell you fantastic. So over at Eventide, you have 4 and 3 bedrooms. And in Fire Sky, you have what? A 4, all of them, all 6 of them are 4 bedrooms. So much to choose from. So I want you to go in again, explore, open it up, read as much as you can about it, because I'm telling you, we have rooms to suit every client's budget and every client's pocket. I want you also, and I did put this here to share with you, that at Beaches Negril, and let me pull it up. We do have a special going on now with Air Canada Vacations. It's a limited time offer. When you book by September 30th, 2025, you save big at Beaches Negril. You can save $1,000, right, for travel now through to October 31st, 2025. So this is special. You might have clients who, oh my goodness, I always wanted to go to Beaches Negril. I might not have the top dollar. Please take advantage of this. If you go online, we have it there. We have this very special limited time offer there for you. So I wanted to make sure that I told you about that. It's amazing. There's so much to offer, but we can't stay at rooms forever, or else we will be here forever, right? So let's look at dining at Beaches Negril. So what you're gonna find is that at Beaches Negril, okay, are we stuck here? Okay, so we're at gourmet dining at Beaches Negril. You'll all know that I like things to just go fast, right? So at Beaches Negril, there are 13 restaurants. So you have the meal, which is the main restaurant. Then, of course, if you want to know what the restaurant, what's the breakfast menu, what's the lunch menu, what's the dinner menu, it is all there for you. Then you have kimonos, and you all know kimonos, chop, chop, throw, fantastic. The dinner menu, it's a dinner restaurant, it's there for you. Then you have, of course, El Mariachi, which is Mexican cuisine. Then you have, of course, the barbecue park, which, by the way, fantastic, right? Then you have, of course, Café de Paris, my favorite spot, which should not be my favorite spot, but again, pastries, different coffee drinks and all of that, snacks and all of that, and you can see the menu. Then you have the sushi restaurant. I am telling you, I always say to all of my friends, I say, I don't eat sushi until I get to the resorts, because we know sushi, great sushi can be expensive. So when I get to the resorts, I go to town, because I'm telling you, you do realize that our sushi restaurants, the chefs there are from where? I don't even have to tell you, in Asia. So they know what they are doing. So I want to make sure you understand that every restaurant that we have here, we have a chef who is from the area, whether it's Italian, you have an Italian chef, French, you have a French chef. So we have all of that there. You have Dina's Pizzeria, you have the Jerk Shack. How can you go to Jamaica without having some jerk? Then you have Yojo's, which is, of course, a yogurt. It's a yogurt ice cream bar. Then you have, of course, the newest restaurant, one of the newest restaurants, Yaco. And Yaco is a Peruvian restaurant. And I'm telling you, it's a very different, it's more like a family dining restaurant where you have different, platters of food that you bring out and stuff. But I'm telling you, if you like meat, you will like this restaurant because when I tell you the food is to die for, lots of meats. Then the newest one now, so this one we added a year and a half ago. The newest one is Stella, which we just opened, and that's a seaside Italian restaurant. It's open for a la carte breakfast 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. and then of course for dinner 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then we have food trucks. Come on, are you hungry yet? We have the Green Machine, which offers salads and bowls. And then we have the lunch menu. Sorry, I've been talking too much, so I'm a little hoarse. Then you have the lunch menu there. Then we have dippers, which is, of course, if you like, can I say the word Chick-fil-A? If you like Chick-fil-A, you are going to love this because I'm telling you, this blows Chick-fil-A out of the water. Chicken dippers, fantastic. So we offer you all of that. Remember, again, the dietary stuff, all of that, the dietary requirements, culinary concierge, all of that is available. So, of course, please go online. Go in this website, explore it, find out everything. You scroll down, it tells you about the alcohol, it tells you about, of course, our coffee. I can't help but talk about coffee because I'm a coffee lover. So when you talk about coffee of the highest pedigree, you're talking about Blue Mountain Coffee. Then, of course, at Beaches in the Grill, you have a wide cross section of activities. So there's unlimited fun here. So whether it's land sports, water sports, it's offered there. So when you scroll down, you will notice that we have a wide cross section. We describe for you every single thing that is offered there. So PADI certified scuba diving, water sports, whether it's kayaking, windsurfing, water skiing, right? Snorkeling, hobby cats, paddle boarding, and much more. Pirates Island water park, and you have the land activities, basketball, beach volleyball, billiards, board games, croquet, day and night tennis, fitness center, lawn chess, pool tables, shuffleboard, all of that, and we have pickleball. Remember that we still have the games room, right? So you have the games room for those. And listen though, I always say, when your kids go on vacation, why do they want to lock themselves in a games room going chicka 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 with their hands? Go outside and enjoy the sun. Go outside and enjoy the beach. But there are kids who want to play their games. So we still have that fantastic kids lounge. We have the kids camp, and I very quickly want to just jump into kids camp a little bit because you need to understand. So we have, so again, because we have different ages, we have a variety. So we have the infant program for zero. Listen, if the baby is just born, I think when I worked at Beaches in the Grill, the youngest child I saw was 2 weeks old. Can you imagine bringing your baby on vacation at that? Don't ask me how they got a passport so quickly, but I have never seen anything like, it's almost like the baby came before the time. I don't remember the story, but you have people coming on. So here you have it, the infant program. And of course, it tells you what to bring. It breaks it all down for you. Then you have the toddler program, 3 to 4. And I'm telling you, these nannies are trained. As a matter of fact, so back in the day, I never forget that we used to lose our nannies to people who would come, fall in love with them, and take them overseas, right, to work with them. We have the navigators program, and these are for kids 5 to 7. Every age group will have something to and enjoy. Then we have the adventurous program because we understand, that different ages come with what? Different levels of activities. Then you have the tweens program, 11 to 14. I always like to point out to my advisors, you have a family and they have, for example, kids who would be in the navigator program. So let's look at it. So say they would be in the navigator program. Say they're in the adventurous program. They're 8 to 10. But then you have some other kids who are tweens and they're in the 11 to 14. And I know the question that you're going to ask. Can all the kids go into one age group? No, they can't. The kids have to go into their own age group, their own program. Because remember, not just your kids, it's not only your kids, there are tons of other kids there. So we want to make sure that nobody feels uncomfortable. They have to go into their age. And I guarantee you, some of these kids will not want to do it. And when they go in and the activities that are there, they're going to love it. Then we have, the teens program. And these teens, right? Mine aren't teenager anymore, but I remember when they were teens, there was absolutely nothing we could do to please them. I'm bored of this, I'm bored of that. But I remember when I used to take my kids down to beaches, Negril, bored, I didn't even see them. Right? They were having the time of their life. I guarantee you that there are so many things that the kids will absolutely love. Then you have, of course, childcare services, certified nannies, private childcare, special needs programs. And of course, with the special needs program, that's all about the autism program. So it's not just kids with autism. Remember that. Any child with any special need, we can work with them. As a matter of fact, we have kids who are no longer kids who started with us when they were near teenager, and they've now gone to age 20, and they're still coming to us, right? And of course, they have people they request all the time. We care. We care because every family, every group deserves a vacation. And we want to make sure that every child, no person is left out, that they can all come and have a good time. We have accessible rooms at beaches Negril. So remember that wherever there's an accessible room, you'll see a ramp that you can, of course, this is a wheelchair, it's wheelchair accessible. The bathrooms are wider, there are rails, all of that. So we have the wheelchair access. You also know we have the clearance on doorways, bathrooms, rails, lower light switches, faucets, bathroom benches, all of that. Then we have the special dietary needs. And so I just want you to know, we are also autism friendly. We told you about that. And please, I don't have the time to go into all of it, but you can click on and learn more. So Beach is the first resort company in the world to complete, and it's a rigorous IBCCES training on autism. And I know that some of my agents probably here online have gone through that. I think we have a couple of agents who are now specializing in special needs, in special needs vacation. So again, it's up to you if you want to try that. Again, niche marketing is a big deal. It's a big deal, and especially if that's what you're interested in. But again, remember, you've got to be interested. You've got to be passionate about it because it takes a lot. It takes a lot to do it. Then we break down all the on-resort accessibility. We tell you how many accessible rooms are at beaches, Negril, bathroom facilities, wheelchair accessible restaurants. And we try to ensure, right? The only restaurant that's at beaches, Negril, that's not wheelchair accessible is the Peruvian restaurant Yaku, because it's up the stairs. And I have seen people lift kids up the stairs to go and enjoy with their pets. Now, here is what can be done, though. So you have a family with anybody who has accessibilities, and they wanted to dine at the Peruvian restaurant. We can actually bring the Peruvian menu down to the main restaurant. They choose from it, and they might not be able to dine in the atmosphere of the Peruvian restaurant, but they will certainly get a chance to eat from the menu. Right? So we want to make sure that all of that. We do have 3 regular and 3 beach wheelchairs available for guest use. So that is Beaches Negril. So I just wanted to point that out to you. So let's move again, and we are now going to move from Beaches Negril. Oh my goodness, time is upon us. We're going to move from, when I get started, right? So we're going to move from Beaches Negril, and we're going to go to Beaches Turks and Caicos. So Beaches Turks and Caicos is, of course, located in Providenciales in the Turks and Caicos, affectionately called Provo. What is fantastic about Beaches Turks and Caicos? It sits on 12 miles of the most fantastic beach, Grace Bay Beach. It is a beach lover's paradise. It's a water sports enthusiast paradise. Scuba, snorkeling, second to none. You do know that Beaches Turks and Caicos has been on a lot, whether it's Condé Nast Traveler list, it has been on a lot of lists for some of the best beaches. And certainly Grace Bay Beach has been on so many lists as it relates to, of course, how gorgeous and just how accessible the beaches are. So at Beaches Turks and Caicos is our largest beaches resort. Now, this resort there's a lot coming here, and I'm going to go back to it shortly. But I just want to tell you, of course, what's included, of course, at Beaches Turks and Caicos. You have a wide variety of rooms and suites. Now, remember, you have villages. So we currently have the Caribbean Village, which is broken down into the Caribbean and the Seaside Village. We have the Italian Village, right? We have the French Village, right? And we also have the Key West Village. So we have a variety of villages here. But coming soon, come next year, we're of course having Treasure Beach Village. So many of you know that we are building from the ground up a brand new village at Beaches Turks and Caicos called Treasure Beach. But before I do that, I want to talk a little bit. So they have a wide cross section of rooms and suites, one of a kind accommodation. And I did mention to you that they come in different categories. At Beaches, Turks and Caicos, you can dine around the world. There are 20 right now. There are 24 dining options because remember, in addition to full-size restaurants, we do have food trucks here. So we have that. Let's quickly view the restaurants because I just want you to get an idea. So for your food lovers, for those people who you know, they are foodies. You've got Butch's, right? Which is coming. It's not there yet. Butch's is coming when we open Treasure Beach. But right now you have Mario's. You have Reflections Restaurant. You have Kimonos. And kids love kimonos. You have Arizona, some of the best barbecue you'll get here. You have Schooners, right? You have Sapadilla. I am telling you, this Caribbean restaurant, when I talk about taste, and I'm from Jamaica, and they have a wide cross section of Caribbean food here, unbelievable. Then you have Giuseppe's, you have Bobby D's, it takes you back into the 50s, right? When you had people on skates going through the diners and stuff. So you have that there. Then you have, of course, the Le Petit Chateau, pardon my French accent. This French restaurant, for those who want to do a formal dining, it is there. This one isn't open for kids, right? But it's, because people are gonna go with families, but there are some restaurants that you've got to keep it adult only. Then you have Cafe de Paris, then you have Bella oh my God, Napoli, then you have Barefoot by the Sea, you have, and I can go on and on. You have the Cricketers Pub. My goodness, I'm getting tired to talk about restaurants. You have Dina's Italian Pizzeria, and there is so much more. You have Soy Sushi Restaurant, and I could go on and on and on and on. Then you have Bayside, lots of options, lots of choices. But in addition to, and you have Sky, but in addition to that, you have Neptune's. My goodness, hungry yet? Then you have, so remember I mentioned to you that we also have food trucks. Now, originally, we used to have a jerk shack located where we're now building Treasure Beach. As a result of that, we now have a jerk truck on property. So you can get all of the jerk, all of the jerk stuff that you need. Then they have a JoJo's here, which is, of course, it's a coffee shop. And of course, you can get ice cream and stuff. But we also have a mac and cheese. So we have a mac and cheese truck. Listen, I tell you. Then you have the Dove. Are you seeing all of the stuff that we have here? There's just so much. You have a Yo-Yo's here now. So a lot of stuff going on here. I can't go through all of it. Nobody can get hungry. Nobody can get thirsty. There are so many options here. Now let's move over to what we're doing because we are building a brand new area known as Treasure Beach. One of the things I want to point out to you is simply this, that we're making, over the next 5 years, we're making a big investment into our beaches line of resorts. We are looking at getting 5 more beaches. But what we're doing here right now, we, of course, Beaches Turks and Caicos is the biggest beaches that's there. So what we're doing is that we're expanding. It's the most popular. It is the most wanted. Everybody wants to go to Turks and Caicos, so we had to expand it. So what we're doing here is that, let's go back to here, to the overview. So what we're doing here is that we're building out a new village called Treasure Beach Village. Remember, it's not a new hotel. It is a new village, which will be now included, bring it up to 6 villages at Beaches, Turks and Caicos. And of course, Treasure Beach is going to have 101 new rooms and suites. And I had to walk with my documents because I wrote down everything about Treasure Beach, if I could only find it. But anyway, Treasure Beach is you're going to find that there is so much to see and so much to do at Treasure Beach. So Treasure Beach is going to have 101 new rooms. It is going to have, there's going to be 6 beachfront villas. There are going to be 95 oceanfront villas. You're going to find 11 new room categories here. Now you're going to, when we open Treasure Beach, you will have 859 rooms at Beaches, Turks and Caicos. They're going to have 7 new dining options here. So you're going to have Butch's Island Chop House here. And you know that is going to be the first beaches that has a Butch's Island Chop House. There's going to be a food hall, and in the food hall there's going to be a buffet area where you will have breakfast, lunch, and dinner buffet. But in addition to that, there is, excuse me, you're going to find there's an Italian restaurant. There's going to be an Asian restaurant, Asian kitchen, serving up things like dumplings and fried rice and stir-fried veggie. Then there is going to be a Mexican restaurant, because you know that's a big deal right now, with tacos and ceviche and churros and stuff like that. Then there is going to be a grill, and the grill is going to do burgers, sandwiches, salads. And we are going to also, over at this grill, do jerk chicken, jerk pork, jerk fish, and stuff. But we're still going to have the jerk truck. I'm telling you, it's going to be food everywhere, wall-to-wall food. Then you're going to have Brew, which is a coffee bar with pastries, coffees, drinks, cocktails, all of that. Now, this resort is going to have a lagoon-style infinity edge pool with 3 slides. There is going to be a cinema here. It's going to be called Starfish Cinema, with 32 seats. So at each showing, we can accommodate 32 persons. They're going to have a brand new play zone, right? So even though we're not building another water park, we're going to be having a play zone here. Bear in mind also that, and I'll just quickly tell you what the selling points are going to be for this, right? You're not going to find it here, but I'm just going to tell you. So the selling points are going to be that it's more than just a village. It's going to offer an immersive experience. For those who are booked in Treasure Beach, they're going to be driven to a separate entrance from the rest of the resort. So all guests who are going to Treasure Beach, they will have a separate entrance where they will check in, right? Of course, if they're in the Butler, they're going to be taken by the butlers to their suites, and they'll have a concierge lounge separate. It's designed for families, right? So you're going to find spacious accommodations with enough room to comfortably fit the entire family. Bear in mind that the premium accommodations are 101 new ocean view rooms, and we spoke about that. It is going to be designed to evoke a sense of tranquility, provide a peaceful and intimate environment for guests. That's a selling point. You're going to have incredible views. The ocean is the heart of the village, and it courses right through the design inspiration. So guests will feel transported to a very relaxed state, very calming state. The lobby ceiling will feature sea gardens with turtles and seahorses. Oh my goodness, are you excited yet? So the main pool features a unique design that's going to allow guests to walk across from the restaurant directly to their room, enhancing convenience and accessibility. You're going to have exclusive amenities here, like the 32 people cinema that can cater to 32 persons at each showing, with popcorn, soda fountain, plus a lounge providing additional entertainment options. We're going to do a local art integration every week, where we're going to have a village which is going to showcase works from local artists, island artists, offering guests the chance to really immerse in what the island has to offer. We, again, as I mentioned, 11 new room categories here. And of course, the room categories you're going to have room category names like, for example, Crystal Sky Reserve Villa, right? But it's telling you exactly what it is. And of course, the brand new restaurants, all of that. And we are excited for this. What I want to also point out to you, that is in addition to that, and I have to mention the future, right? Because in addition to that, my goodness, it's 1:26 already. Let me just point out something before I talk about what else is coming. So remember, I mentioned to you about the incentive, this instant savings as it relates to Beaches, Negril. We also have instant savings for Beaches, Turks and Caicos. So, okay, there are going to be certain, at Treasure Beach, certain concierge categories for travel March 1st to May 31st, 2026. Because remember, this Treasure Beach is open March 1st of 2026. There is a special incentive with Air Canada Vacations where your clients can save 1,000 Canadian dollars. Reach out to us in our office. We do have a call center. If you want more information, call Air Canada Vacations, whomever. We are here to work with you. And listen, don't say I didn't tell you, because this is hot off the press. So I want to make sure sure that you understand that. Before I close off, my goodness, want to mention to you, I said to you earlier, earlier this year, what we did at Sandals, right, is that we unveiled a bold and inspiring vision for the future of beaches resorts, right? We have a strategic growth plan, which includes a substantial $1 billion investment in luxury family travel across the Caribbean. We have the new Treasure Beach, which opens next year. In addition to that, we're opening a new beaches resort called Beaches Runaway Bay. Runaway Bay is halfway between Montego Bay and Ocho Rios. This one is going to have 400 expansive suites, and we're going to come with things like skateboarding, bike trails, climbable tree houses, etc. We're opening one in Barbados. We're breaking ground this year for beaches in Barbados. It's going to be 600 rooms here. You're going to find that we're going to feature like a Bajan style main street. So a lot going on there. And finally, right now, remember we used to have a resort called Sandals Emerald Bay. That resort is no longer. But guess what? We are now going to present to you Beaches Exuma, where Sandals Emerald Bay, and you know Sandals Emerald Bay was one of the most popular resorts for our Canadians. So can you imagine how many of you will have clients who want to take their family to dip their feet into some of the most beautiful waters that you could ever imagine when we open Beaches Exuma. So what I'm saying is this, that there'll be 249 rooms and suites here. So it's going to blow your mind. So for now, we have Treasure Beach, which is coming to Beaches Turks and Caicos. We're coming up with Beaches Runaway Bay, Beaches Barbados, and Beaches Exuma. So Beaches is definitely having its moment. We're excited about that. Remember also that, and before I close off, remember that we have a great weather protection program. Remember for you who worked with us back in the day, remember we used to have a hurricane guarantee. Well, we now have a weather protection program. Remember, the weather can change, their vacation won't, so we're offering a special program. Going to the travel agent portal, you go in, you'll see it right there. And what I want you also to do is this. Go into the travel agent portal and download the brand new fact sheets. We have updated fact sheets on Beaches Negril and Beaches Turks and Caicos. So go in, download them, because I'm telling you, Beaches is definitely having its moment. We are so excited about Beaches. And so any questions that you're having about Beaches, we're here to answer them. Welcome to the new world of Beaches. I think I took a little bit more time. I'm sorry, Suzanne.
Oh, it was worth it. I mean, my goodness, Lorna, I was like this listening the whole time. Amazing.
Yeah,
People are just saying that you are fantastic. I just want to know that for sure. We
thank
have
you.
a couple of questions if that's
Sure.
okay with you.
Yes.
Buffy's asking, can you get married at beaches?
Yes. That's the ideal spot to get married, because whereas at Sandals, children are not allowed for weddings, at beaches, you can bring the entire family.
And I just want to say, our Facebook friends only, I see a few more have joined. Can you please make sure you add your email in the comments only for Facebook so
Mhm.
we know you're here? Alika, thank you for doing that. Amazing. Brenda's asking, Lorna, hi. Are
Hi,
you planning a
Brenda.
fam in the near future to Turks and Caicos?
Pardon?
Are you planning a fam in the near future to Turks and Caicos?
Actually, stay tuned. Yes. We're
Woo!
just waiting for Treasure Beach to be up and running. Yeah,
Okay,
because you know what, we
amazing.
don't want to have farms where we're not oh, can we go over and see Treasure Beach?
No,
You
actually,
know, that is, it's under construction. It's almost there though.
yeah, okay, that's great. So Jules is asking on Zoom, will Treasure Beach Village be a separate resort or is it part of the beaches and Turkey
It
beaches?
is it is a part of Beaches, Turks and Caicos. It's one of the villages. So we now have 5 villages. So Treasure Beach will become the 6th village at Beaches, Turks.
Okay, and I just have a comment. Charlene
Mhm.
on Facebook. Hi, Charlene. Hello, Amanda. Amanda's here too on Facebook. Incredible presentation with a big exclamation mark. I
Oh.
love seeing the amazing updates and learning all about the new beaches resorts soon to be open. And that's from Charlene.
Remember, Charlene, it's not a new beaches resort. It's a Treasure Beach Village in the new ones that are coming.
All the new ones coming,
Oh, the
yes.
new ones coming. Okay, because I don't want anybody to think that Treasure Beach is a new resort. It's a part of Beaches, Turks and Caicos.
And Carolyn's asking on Zoom, can guests staying in other villages use all the facilities at Treasure
Yes, they
Beach?
can. It's one hotel. The only thing
Amazing.
they can do is go into the people's rooms.
Okay.
But one hotel, everybody can use everything.
Okay, great. Okay, Lori's asking on Facebook. I'm kind of going back and forth.
Yes.
Are there dietary food like gluten-free? I know you mentioned it, but maybe
Yes, we did.
more
There,
later.
they do. We have all of that. We have gluten-free breads, everything. But here is the thing. As I mentioned earlier, if you have even more specific dietary needs, remember we have culinary concierge. But if you have even more specific, because I had somebody who wanted a specific brand, and we said to them, listen, we will source it, but we always want to know way in advance. That's who we are. We will bend over backwards, right?
For
But
sure.
remember again, let us know.
And that's what sets you guys apart.
Yep, yep, let us know.
So someone on Zoom is asking, is the Treasure Beach Village still on track to be open in early March?
Yes, yes,
All
first
the
of
rooms
March.
and restaurants also be opening.
It should be open as far as I know. And we have an executive chairman, Adam Stewart. If it's one person I know, if he's gonna stand over them until it is done, he's gonna stand over them because he's gonna open March 1st.
Okay, amazing. So someone's asking on Zoom, other than the four-bedroom villas, which suites in Treasure Beach would have the best ocean view? All the renderings show ocean front views, but no categories offer ocean front other than four bedrooms. Is that true?
Yeah, yes, actually, no. All if you look at Treasure Beach, no, no. At Treasure Beach, if you look at how the rooms are built, they're about 90 out of them that offer ocean views, right? Most of them offer ocean views because of how the village is built.
Okay. Joanne on Facebook said, are there golf carts or some mode of transportation to get around the Turks Resort?
Yes. So, and there's more to come. We have have you guys seen the choo-choo trains for the little ones? I don't know if anybody.
Yeah, they're
And
cute.
yeah, and we're gonna have more to come. But come on, you're in the Caribbean. As long as you can walk, you should just enjoy walking. But yes, 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 yes.
Carolyn's asking, when is Beaches Exuma expected to be open?
I cannot give you a date yet because again, you're gonna say Lorna said,
Yes.
but soon come, soon come. We'll say, but it's coming because right now, remember, it's an existing hotel, so
Right.
they're now the rooms were large, so they're now, of course, in the process of making sure setting it up to accommodate families and stuff. So we will have a date soon.
And just Buffy's asking about the same question for Barbados and Bahamas.
Yeah, we're breaking. So Exuma is in the Bahamas, right? So that's the
Right.
one that they just asked.
Okay.
So Barbados, we're breaking ground because we're building that from the ground up. So we're breaking ground here 2025, late 2025. So it's around now, right? So as soon as the date is set, could be December, but we're breaking ground. Runaway Bay, Beaches Runaway Bay is an existing hotel, right? So we are tearing it down right now as we speak, and we are rebuilding.
Wow, amazing. And Cheryl wants to know what part in Barbados would this be located in?
I have no clue.
Okay, no worries. It's
Never
beautiful
been.
no matter where you go, that's for sure. Okay, so can you, Danielle's asking Daniela on Zoom, rooms in the Caribbean village and in the French village, Turks and
Turks
Caicos,
and
have they been
Caicos, yeah.
renovated recently?
Okay, so we have what we're doing is that as soon as we get the rooms, we're doing them. We've done some work in the Caribbean village. The French village had some light touch up being done, but we're working on them. So when we don't want to close that resort can't be closed down because
Okay,
we have a problem. So as soon as we get them, we're doing some upgradings.
okay, no worries. So Lisa on Zoom said, sorry, I may have missed this. And that's okay.
Mhm.
When is Beaches Runaway Bay, Jamaica opening?
We have no date yet.
Okay.
And for those of you who know, remember that old hotel that was Jamaica, Jamaica. Susan, you know that.
I
The
do,
last
I do,
hotel.
I do know it.
And then it's aging us, and then it became Jewel or something like that. That's the resort that we have. We bought it and we've had it for a while, and we're tearing down and restructuring. I have no date, but it's coming.
Okay, fair enough. And Odette's also asking about fam trips for Beaches Negril.
We have a couple of fam trips going to Jamaica, reach out to your business development managers because they're the ones who are putting together the fam trips. Please stay in touch with them. One of the things that we do is that when we're doing these fam trips, so because they're so far and few between, we tend to first of all go to our top sellers, right?
Right.
And then there are people with lots of potential. But
Sure.
you as a travel advisor, what I want you to reach out to your BDM and say, listen, I'm interested in doing a Jamaica farm. I'm interested in doing a farm in Turks, whatever. When it comes up, please put me on the list. Please keep me updated because there's so many agents out there that a lot of times the farms we can only get the most maybe 10 rooms, 20 rooms, right? So
Yeah.
we have to make sure that we allocate them well. And we just actually had two back to back. Well, it was one was a home-based agent. We had a home-based agent convention, and then we also had the actor JTB Sandals immersion. And so we had and it was quite good, all very well. So look out for some of the things that we're doing, and make sure you have a relationship with us, with your BDM, because they're the ones who are gonna say, listen, I want this one on the farm, I want so and so. And if you insist, just keep in touch. We don't have as many farms as we used to. We miss our mega farms. We don't know if they're gonna come back because that means more agents would pass through. But these agents work so hard and keep us so full too that we
Yes.
hardly have space.
Well, that's fair for sure.
Yeah.
And I just want to also, just on that note, since when Lorna was chatting, I popped in the links for, of course, Lorna's page on, Spoiled Agent under suppliers. You just go to hotels, and as much as Lorna's here with us today, you touched on it. You have BDMs across the country, and all of
Country.
their contacts are on there. Insight sales, so please use those links. Go on Lorna's page on spoiledagent.com. Again, you just go to hotels and click on sandals and beaches, and they're there for you. So everything is there. Agent incentives, a travel portal for you guys, like
The
agent
master class, Susan, we have about
master
two or
classes,
three master classes
everything.
left for the year.
Yes.
So please go on and make sure you have done your master class.
So it's a one-stop shop for sandals
Mhm.
and beaches. So please don't miss out on that. I just want to say, Buffy says, Lorna, thank you so much for a
You're so
wonderful,
welcome.
informative webinar. We love it. Okay,
Thank you all
going
so much.
back to the ocean front and ocean views, if you don't mind, okay? So we
Okay.
just got a little more clarity on it. So sorry, for Treasure Beach, they're saying that there might be that are listed as ocean view, but they could have a slight view of an angle. So or they're asking for full ocean front views. Are they possible?
They do have some of the rooms that are full ocean front, so just go back in and see it. Now, one of the things, you know what, I understand what she's saying because we do have a lot of rooms that will say ocean view, and you kind of have to look to the left, look to the right. We all know that, but there are full ocean front. Just go back through. Let me pull it up, and let me just pull up the
Sure. And while
information
you're doing that, I just
here.
have a comment if it's okay.
Give me one.
Odette
Go
said,
ahead.
I've done the master class and passed and the Sandals Elite class as well. Fabulous.
Oh, look at you.
And
Okay.
Ariane on Facebook said, Lorna, wonderful as usual.
Okay.
Ah, so great.
Let's
Okay.
see the ocean view, bedroom. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just running through some
Yeah, for
some
sure.
documents that I have here.
I just want to say, oh,
Bedroom.
Carolyn said, Lorna, you're an absolute legend.
Ah,
Always enjoy your webinars. You said it, Carolyn. I totally agree. Everyone, Lorna. Jessica, you're welcome. Anytime, guys. We're so happy
so,
you're all.
so the Crystal Sky Pool, the Crystal Sky Reserve Villa, these are beachfront villas, right? And they have a direct access to the beach. Okay, so that's one. Then we have this one is the Sherman Suite Butler Presidential Butler Suite. That's Ocean View. Then we have, no, that's a balcony view. Balcony view. There are about three categories with good ocean views.
Okay, that's good to
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Because
I'm just
people,
running through here. We'll have a better explanation of these when we were finished. But yes, they're gonna have about three or four. This one here, this one here, Coral Suite, two-bedroom club, that's ocean front. Um, yeah.
okay.
So that's
Good.
what I have on my thing here. Again, remember, room category names may change by me,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for
But
sure.
by March, sorry. But yeah. But remember, even though a lot of the rooms may not have the direct ocean view, it's built on the beach.
Right.
It's built right there. It's on that whole stretch there, so you have direct access. But yeah, I understand people want to sit in their rooms and see the full ocean front. But then remember, you also have other villages.
Right, for sure. You guys have lots of great options, lots of
Yeah.
diversity, which is super important. Akila on Facebook said, "Thank you, Miss Lorna," and it did a big heart.
Is that Aquila who I saw yesterday? Is that my Aquila?
Yes, it is. Yep. Well, Miss Lorna, you've done an amazing job as usual. You're a fantastic
Oh,
ambassador.
oh,
Fantastic
thank
for
you.
sandals and
I
beaches.
work hard. But
Oh, we know.
remember too, I work hard to please my travel advisors. But remember again, things change and things can so always just give us a little grace because we're tweaking. We're tweaking.
For sure. And we love all our spoiled agents. You guys are always such a great support to all of us here today. Thank you. Thank you. And Lorna, we know you're a lady on the go, so we really appreciate your time today. And we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you so much, Susan. Thank you, spoiled agent, all the time. Love working with you and my wonderful travel advisors. I saw so many of you yesterday, right? It was so good to see you and give you a hug. So thank you for always, stepping in for us. You do so much for Sandals. Thank you for continuing to book us. And guess what? We're here to work with you. Your BDMs are here to work with you. Happy selling. Reach out to us. Thank you all so much.
Happy Friday. What a great
Bye.
way to
Oh,
kick
it's
off Friday.
weekend. Woo! It's
We're going to
TGI.
kick